You may come in now.
My wife's not here yet.
Well, that's okay. Mr. Crenshaw,
Yeah, she should be here momentarily.
do you prefer to go by Jacob?
Jake?
Do you think that she values her time more than yours?
Oh, no, I think she just gets distracted.
I see. Well, do you want to wait for her, or would you like to do some introductory work?
Well, do you charge for waiting time, like a taxi?
Well, my time is valuable, and perhaps it's a good lesson in punctuality. Now, what led you to ask for couples counseling?
My wife's asked for divorce.
Oh, what led her to ask for that?
She thinks I'm sleeping with somebody else.
Are you?
Well, in a way, it's really all in the way you look at it.
Are we going to be parsing out sentences like you were another Bill Clinton?
Hard to explain, but since I've known her, I've never been with anybody else. I've never touched anyone else. I've never kissed anyone else. I've never even thought of anyone else. She's all I ever wanted.
Well, then what makes her think you're sleeping with someone else?
I used the wrong name during sex.
So you are thinking about someone else?
No, I was thinking about her, just not her. It was a stupid mistake, one I usually never make. I usually stick with the endearments. Honey, dear, sweetheart, but I lost myself.
I'm not following. What did you say to her?
I called Rachel Leah.
I see. Who's Leah?
My wife.
Oh, well then who's Rachel?
My wife.
Do you have more than one wife?
No, I'm not a bigamist. My wife has more than one name.
Oh, you mean like a married name and a maiden name she uses for work?
No, she uses Crenshaw. It's her first name that's different.
Well, I have another client who is Margaret professionally, but her friends all call her Meg, but she's Peggy to her parents and her siblings. Something like
It's
that?
a little more complicated than that. Her names are Rachel, Becky, and Leah.
Those don't seem to connect at all. How does that work? Does she use one for the office, one for at home, and one for the family?
No, she uses all three at work and at home at different times. It's complicated.
What name did she use when you married her?
Oh, all three of them. I married her 3 times.
Your wife has multiple personalities.
Yes.
And you married her 3 times?
Rachel and I were married by a judge. Leah and I had a big traditional church wedding. I married Becky in Vegas while on our honeymoon.
You know, I'm a marriage and family counselor, but I should give you the name of a specialist.
Oh, I don't want her cured or medicated or anything like that. I just don't want her to divorce me.
I'm sorry?
I don't want to change her. I love all 3 of her.
But she has a condition. She needs to be treated.
She's perfect for me as she is. Rachel's a strong, confident woman who knows what she wants and works to get it. Leah is a sweet, kind woman who relishes the traditional, old-fashioned role. Becky is a girl gone wild who loves to go out and have a good time. Together, they're everything a guy could want in a woman.
Have you ever read anything about codependency?
Doctor, I know it sounds unusual, but we have a great marriage.
Yeah, except Rachel has asked you for a divorce.
Yes.
Because she thinks you're sleeping with Leah.
Yes.
Which you are.
And Becky. But I'd never make that mistake.
Why not?
Oh, Becky never has sex in bed. That's what kitchen tables are for.
And Leah?
Oh, Leah would be appalled to think about sex on the kitchen table. She hates it when the cat gets up there.
Oh, you have a cat. What's your cat's name?
Raffles, Milkshake, or Xena, depending who my wife is at the time. I call her Kitty.
A wise choice. Where is your wife?
Oh, she's at work.
Oh, she works? Isn't that difficult with her condition?
Oh, we bought a restaurant. Rachel does the books, Leah is the chef, and Becky is the sassy waitress. It works out okay.
What restaurant is this?
Sybil's.
Isn't that a bit cruel considering her condition?
A lot of the regulars think it's a hoot.
Doctor, Jake, I am so sorry I'm late. Jake, that waitress that you lust after did not show up for work again. You purposely schedule her while I'm not around?
You know, honey, that I don't lust after any of the waitresses, only you.
Oh, stop.
Rachel, I presume?
Yes, I'm Rachel Crenshaw, soon to be Rachel Prentice again.
Hello, Rachel. Nice to meet you. I'm Dr. Greenway.
Doctor, it might be better if you called us Mr. and Mrs. Crenshaw rather than by our first names.
Well, you know, we're going to be getting to some very personal things. I really believe that the use of first names is really instrumental in open discussion.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Your husband and I were just getting to know each other.
You started without me? Jake, that wasn't fair.
Well, the doctor charges by the hour, whether we're both here or not. I thought it was fiscally prudent.
You're right. I'm sorry, I'm right. I got caught up at the office. You know, one can get so lost in the numbers. Is this filtered water or plain tap?
It's just tap water.
Oh.
You know, I usually start with admonishing both parties that honesty is the key to a successful session. It's only through honestly expressing our feelings and emotions that we can get anything truly accomplished. But I suspect honesty may be a problem here.
Well, Jake has already admitted that he cheated on me.
No, I didn't say
He
that.
didn't say that.
But I have gathered that Jake isn't always entirely honest about his relationship with you.
Let's talk about this other woman.
There is no other one, honey pie.
Oh, please.
Jake, Rachel, let's start slowly. Tell me about your families. What was it like growing up?
Well, my family was a typical suburban family. My parents are alive, and they're both living in the same house I grew up in. I'm the youngest of three boys.
His dad was Ward, his mother was June, and his brothers were Wally and the Beaver.
Don't be jealous of my family.
How can I be jealous of your family? We never see them. He told me he was close to them, but now, we never get together with them.
They don't understand Rachel.
They don't understand a woman who can handle a business and not a household. Who needs them?
I don't. I need you.
Becky, Rachel, tell me about your family.
Well, my parents died when I was young. I was raised in foster homes.
Oh, I see. Any foster parent that you were particularly close to?
No.
I see.
You see what?
Well, I mentioned families because that's the model that most of us brings to a marriage. We model our behavior after that which we grew up with. Jake's parents are still together. So when you asked for a divorce, he came here seeking to save the marriage because he felt that staying together was important. But you don't have any such marriage role model. Foster care, though, is another role model. Unlike a biological family, when you mess up in a foster care family, you get shipped out. Well, Jake messed up, and you're ready to ship him out. Does that make sense?
Very logical. I thought we were supposed to come to these conclusions on our own. Isn't that how counseling works?
Yeah, well, I don't think we're going to have very many sessions. I'm going to refer you...
Oh, a doctor. I've already told you. You are exactly what we're looking for in a counselor.
I agree. I like people who are direct. I hate pussyfooting around, which is why I was doubtful about counseling. So please, let's continue and be direct.
I wish I could.
Jake, what did you tell the doctor about your mistake?
In a moment of passion, you heard something that upset me.
Damn right it upset me. You called me by another name.
I don't know what I said.
Honesty. We're trying for honesty here. Rachel, what did you hear Jake say? And who is Leah?
That's what I'd like to know.
Well, think about it. Do you know anyone named Leah?
I've racked my brain.
Anyone at the restaurant?
No, I do all the books. I know all the names on the payroll.
Could it be a nickname?
That doesn't sound right.
No. Who works in the kitchen?
Jake is in charge of the... Oh, now I see. It's one of the suppliers. No wonder when I asked about Leah in the kitchen, all the staff snickered. They know.
Stop it. There is nobody else.
I'm sorry, I think I took us in the wrong direction. I was just trying to see if you knew anyone named Leah. please, let's just stick to what I normally do at a first session. Tell me what it is that you like about each other.
Well, Rachel is beautiful. She's a very intelligent woman who we have fabulously deep conversations about a wide variety of topics. She's a strong, confident woman, and she won't let anything get in her way. I like that, except when I'm the thing in the way.
Thank you, Jake. I don't want to get into what you don't like at this point. Rachel?
Jake is an intelligent guy, but he is also willing for me to take the lead. He's not macho. He's kind and considerate. And knowing that he believes in me has helped keep me on the right track. While I feel I can do anything on my own, his faith in me has given me strength. And he's a good business partner. We have made a success of the restaurant together. And he's a great lover.
Oh. Tell me about your sex life.
Well, it's good. I don't think it's anything unusual.
Who usually instigates sex?
Well, I'd say it's about even, wouldn't you, Jake?
I'm not talking about our sex life.
Jake, relax. You were the one who wanted counseling. We both can start it, but I am the one who usually takes the lead during sex.
Favorite position?
Me on top. Sometimes side by side.
Tell me about the restaurant. Your partners, right?
Right.
What are your roles there?
Well, I handle the financial end of the business, and Jake handles the operations. I will also greet customers. I wasn't crazy about the idea at first because I'm not really a people person. But for some reason, all the customers seem to like it when I greet them. Jake, why is that?
Oh, because you're beautiful.
How did the restaurant get the name Sybil's?
It's an homage to women's liberation. It was named after Sybil Luddington, who was the female Paul Revere.
She rode 40 miles at night to warn the troops that the British had landed in Connecticut.
Are we going to be much longer? I have to use the restroom.
Oh, well, the restroom is out in the lobby, and why don't you go ahead? I think we'll be here for quite a while.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do?
Well, I'm assessing the situation. Your wife seems perfectly normal to me. Now, while I don't deal with multiple personalities all the time, I have studied them as a part of my training, and I must tell you, she doesn't demonstrate any of the traditional traits. If she's normal, I'm optimistic you can work through your problems. I mean, you seem to have mutual respect for each other.
Good. Keep on that track. I want her to get the idea of divorce right out of her head. But once something gets into Rachel's mind, she gets determined to see it to the end.
Well, you can't control another person's mind, but you can work together to reach a mutually acceptable solution.
Whatever it takes to save the marriage, that's what's important to me. Saving my marriage.
Jackie!
Uh-oh!
What's going on?
Excuse me, Rachel, what's the problem?
Rachel? Who's Rachel?
Doctor, let me introduce you to my wife, Rebecca Crenshaw.
You can call me Becky. This is quite a setup you got here. You got a bar?
Excuse me?
A girl could die of thirst. A gin and tonic would be good right now.
I'm afraid this is a doctor's office, not a bar.
Oh, right. It's the lawyer that has the bar. Get it?
Yes, unfortunately.
This is a really nice place. I had a lawyer who was a drinking buddy once, and she said that the exam was the only bar she ever passed without stopping for a drink.
Yes. Would you like to sit down?
Jakey, baby, I hope this stiff isn't the one that you wanted for the three-way we were talking about.
You were talking about a three-way. I never said I'd do it. No, this is the marriage counselor I was telling you about.
Oh, God, Jakey, baby, I'm not the type for navel gazing. Unless it's maybe, of course, for that navel ring that you promised me. Should I get that? It would look so bitchin'. Maybe you should get one, too. His and her navel rings. Wouldn't we be something then?
Can we just talk to the doctor for a minute?
Well, if that's what you want, Jakey, baby. Hey, This is a nice couch. Is this a daybed? Jakey, we could have fun here. Doctor, do you like to watch?
I like to listen.
Well, I don't usually scream when we do it in public, but if you want, I'll let myself go.
No. I meant, I want to talk with you. I want to listen to what, I want to listen to what you have to say. Oh, now you've got me flustered. Becky, tell me about your family.
I'm not much to tell. I ran away from home when I was 16.
Was that a foster home?
No, it was my parents. They were such a drag.
I see. I think. I'm confused. Are your parents still around?
Well, no way to tell. I walked away and never looked back. You know, live for the day. Are you sure you don't have something to drink in here? You don't keep a bottle of sherry in your desk drawer after a difficult patient?
I don't have difficult patients. Until today.
Jake, baby, this is a bummer. Let's go home and I'll give you a Hummer. I'm a poet, bet you don't know.
Jake, this is exhausting. Tell me, what is it that you like about Becky?
Ooh, Becky is sexy and exciting and extremely fun to be around. When I'm with Becky, everybody notices us. All the guys are jealous. Becky brings out the little boy in me. I love her unpredictability.
Oh, thanks, Jake, baby. That's sweet.
Sweetheart, can we just talk with the doctor for a minute?
Becky, what is it that you like about Jake?
I'd show you, but you said you didn't like to watch. So, Doctor, why don't you give us a few minutes alone so I can thank Jakey for all the nice things he said?
Sweetheart, let's just finish up with the doctor. Besides, that couch out in the waiting room looked much more comfortable.
Okay, Jakey, baby. Is it getting hot in here, or is it just me?
Oh, you're hot, all right.
I'll go open the window.
No, the windows don't open. We're on the 14th floor.
What are you afraid one of your patients is going to jump?
No, it's all the offices, not just mine.
Doctor, you were asking us something?
Yes, where was that? Oh, yes, Becky, what is it that you like about Jake?
Oh, Jake is a blast! He's funny and exciting, and he loves me wholeheartedly. And wholeheartedly, don't you, baby?
I get it. Please, is your sex life always this combustible?
Oh, yeah. We never know where we're going to be doing it. In public, or in the restaurant, or anywhere in the house, except for the bedroom. We have to try that sometime, Jakey, baby.
The restaurant. Tell me about the restaurant.
No, well, we've done it on the bar, on the counter, on most of the tables, in the office, in the storage room. Jake won't do it in the kitchen because he's afraid of the health inspector, but I have a feeling that he wants to try the meat locker.
No, I meant, what do you do in the restaurant?
Oh, well, I'm a waitress and a substitute bartender. I love working there. It's such a blast. I make great tips. All the people love it when I wait on their tables. Why is that, Jake, baby?
You're so sexy.
How did the restaurant get the name Sybil?
No, that's Jake's perversion. He loves Sybil Danning's tits.
Sybil Danning did softcore porn in the 70s and 80s.
Jakey, baby, let's blow this joint.
All right, I'll be right with you. I just want to have a few more words with the doctor. So, now you've met Becky. Isn't she fantastic?
Fascinating. Which one is the dominant personality?
Oh, probably Rachel. Becky's not a frequent guest, luckily, but when she is, oh, baby!
Jake, I need to send you to a specialist. This is beyond my field of expertise.
I don't want that. I love her just the way she is. I just don't want her to divorce me.
Yes, but Becky will never settle for therapy.
But Rachel will, and she's the one that wants divorce.
Yeah, but this goes way beyond that. I mean, traditional counseling will not help her. You know, even though you try to work things out with Rachel, Becky will keep showing up. I need to send you to another doctor.
No.
Jake, should I wait outside?
We'll be just a moment, Becky.
I believe you have me mistaken for someone else. I'm Jake's wife, Leah Crenshaw.
Oh, Leah. Oh, well, I'm pleased to meet you, Leah. I'm Dr. Greenway.
Dr. Greenway, it is a pleasure to meet you. Jake, what is this all about?
Oh, Dr. Greenway is our marriage counselor, honey.
Oh, Dr. Greenway, we don't need a marriage counselor. In the ways of marriage, I always stick to my pastor's advice. The husband is the man of the household.
Amen.
Yes. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. But I'd just like to talk to you, if I may. Could you come and sit down and I could ask you a few questions? Is that okay?
Jake,
Let's talk with the doctor.
if that's what you want, Jake.
Rach, Mrs. Crenshaw, tell me about your family.
Oh, Jake is my family. We don't have any children yet.
Yet.
No, I mean, tell me about your parents.
Oh, my parents are saints.
Oh, they passed away?
Oh, no, they're very much alive. Every other week, every other Sunday, we go to my parents for a dinner, and every once a month, my brothers and sisters come too.
Hi, that's unexpected.
Oh, well, we don't go every week because we also go to Jake's parents.
Really? I'm stunned.
Why are you stunned, Doctor? Don't you believe that we should honor our mothers and fathers? It is the fourth commandment.
Well, no, it's just that it's unusual in this day and age. I'm surprised.
For God's ways are ageless.
Honey, get me a glass of water.
Certainly, dear. Is this spring water or just plain water?
I'm afraid it's just tap water.
It's fine, dear.
So many people don't like plain water these days. Here you are, honey. Are you comfortable? You want this pillow?
I'm fine now, thank you.
This is a beautiful throw pillow, Doctor. Did you make it?
Oh, no, it was a gift from one of my patients.
I can make you a matching one if you like.
Oh, well, no. Let's just get back to the question, shall we? Tell me, please, what is it that you like about each other?
Jake, why don't you go first?
Oh, well, first, Leah is very pretty.
Oh, Jake.
She is a sweetheart. She's kind and considerate. She loves to take care of me. And she is an excellent cook. She is great in the kitchen. Her food has made our restaurant famous.
Oh, Jake. It's your restaurant. I just putter around in the kitchen sometimes.
What, Mrs. Crenshaw, what do you like about Jake?
Jake is a great husband. He's a wonderful provider, and he makes all the decisions and does all the worrying for us. He takes charge, and I love him for that. And he also makes it a pleasure for me to do my wifely duties.
Your wifely duties?
S-E-X?
Tell me about your wifely duties.
Oh, Doctor, that's private.
I know, I'm sorry. I know it's private, but it's a very important subject when it comes to marriage counseling. I'll try to only ask a few questions, and I'll try not to be too personal.
Jake,
Is that okay?
It's okay.
and it's okay.
Who usually gets things going?
Jake does. He is the husband.
Yes. Is it ever adventuresome?
Oh, no. Strictly the missionary position, the way God intended the marriage bed to be. Jake, honey, are you okay?
It's a little warm in here.
Oh, I'll just open a window.
Oh, the windows don't open, dear. Leah loves to take care of me.
I see that.
Well, a woman is happiest when serving her man.
You know, not every woman thinks so. Some women are happiest in their jobs. What is your job, Mrs. Crenshaw?
Oh, I enjoy working in Jake's kitchen. I make the special of the day.
Tell me about the restaurant. How did it get its name?
Oh, we named it after my parents, Sylvia and Bill.
I see. I see.
Doctor, I think we've taken enough of your time. There's no reason for Leah and I to stay.
Well, it has been a pleasure meeting you, Mrs. Crenshaw.
I'll get your coat.
Isn't she a sweetheart? But I wouldn't want Leah around all the time.
Jake, she needs help.
No. Listen, Doctor, have you ever heard the theory that men are biologically programmed to spread their seed to as many women as possible?
Yes, many men use that theory to justify their philandering. But that theory also goes on to tell about the female of the species who sometimes selects the father of her children by the genes and yet selects an entirely different male to raise the kids. So be careful not to rely upon that to protect you.
No, well, what I mean is that as a man, I need to be with more than one woman. But with my wife, I am and I'm not. It's the best of all worlds. I can spread my seed and still be monogamous.
If that's your justification for not treating your wife, it's selfish. If you won't let me refer you to a specialist, I will see you. But be warned, we're going to have to work through some of your issues as well.
And boy, does he have issues.
I have issues.
Interesting. What issues are those?
Doctor, I'm sure you know them better than I do.
Who am I talking to now?
Sarah.
Sarah?
Jake, do you know Sarah?
Hi, I'm Sarah. Who are you?
I'm your husband. I'm Jake.
Oh, Jake. That's your name. But who are you?
What?
Well, I mean, are you a guy who thinks of women as equals, or do you think a woman's place is in the home? Or do you just think of women as sex objects?
I don't generalize. I think that every woman is unique and that some women are businesswomen and some women are housemakers, and I don't make judgments.
Well, what about you? Are you a take charge guy? Or a follower, a sharer?
I'm a little of all three, I guess.
And that is one of your issues. You don't know who you are. How should I know who I should be?
So you know.
Oh, about the cold Rachel, the whore Becky, and the sickeningly sweet Leah? Of course I know about them. They're all a part of me. But I am the one.
Well, how come I haven't met you before?
Because you were in love with Leah, Becky, and Rachel. I didn't think you'd like me.
Why not?
Because I'm just me. And no one ever liked just me.
When did you start letting the others out?
Puberty. I was the good-looking girl. All the boys wanted to be with me. But they didn't want to be with me. They wanted to be with my face, with my body.
So you thought that once they got to know you, they wouldn't want to be with you.
They didn't.
And so you created other personalities to please men.
A different personality for each side of you. And that way, if they left you, they weren't leaving you, they were leaving Rachel or Becky or Leah.
And no one ever hated Sarah. Because no one knew who Sarah was. But Jake was different. He didn't prefer Leah over Becky or Becky over Rachel.
I love all three. Each is wonderful.
Well, each serves a purpose. But they're not real women, Jake. They're partial women.
They seem real.
They serve a purpose. Yeah, speaking of purposes, I have a question to ask you. What do you do at the restaurant?
What?
Well, Becky waits on the tables, Leah cooks, and Rachel does all the financials. What do you do?
Well, I manage the place. I supervise.
I'm just teasing. Doctor, what do you want to know?
Why is Sarah here now?
Because there's someone inside of me.
Rachel, Becky, and Leah.
No. Someone else. I don't know who.
A new personality trying to emerge and it scares you?
A new personality? God, what else?
A new personality. A new person. I'm pregnant.
Pregnant?
And those three can't agree what to do. Rachel wants to divorce you and become a single mother. Leah wants to be the supermom with the carpooling, the wait till your dad gets home and the family dinners. And Becky wants to have an abortion.
I'm going to be a father.
That all depends on whether Becky wins the argument or not.
I want to be a father.
Who's the mother?
Good question, Jake.
What?
Well, which one is it? Is it curtain number 1, curtain number 2, or curtain number 3? You can't have all three and a baby too.
Only one?
Jake, your wife is asking to be healed.
But I love all three. Each is wonderful. I couldn't choose between them.
Well, there is another choice.
Sarah.
Yes, Sarah.
But
I mean, she said they are all a part of her. She's the one.
I don't know, Sarah. I love Rachel, Becky, and Leah. I love having each of them in my life.
Well, and they all will be, just not to such extremes.
You know, Jake, I don't know who you are either. You know, you're a different person with each one of them. Jake the boss, Jake the partner, Jake the sex toy. Which one is the real Jake?
I don't know.
Not so easy, is it?
No, but I think it's about time we find out. I think we should get to know each other.
Great. And I will see you both next week.
Sarah, can we go get coffee and get to know each other?
I'll have to have decaf. I am expecting, you know.